What is up, you beautiful people? You are very, very welcome along to a happy player ratings here on Anfield Agenda after Liverpool have not just beaten but trounced Manchester United by 3-0 at Old Trafford, putting to bed the argument of who is the better of the Dutch managers. I think we very much know it is our own Arne Slot. I'm going to go through the players, the substitutes and the manager, giving them all a score out of 10. Asking you guys, of course, to let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it. But most importantly, my friends, why not join the 274,000 people who have hit that subscribe button, or hit that subscribe button, I should say. Please do. And I'm going to say we are brought to you today, as we always are on a match day, with thanks to our incredible sponsors, Manscaped. You can get yourself 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com, including this, the all-new Performance Package 5.0 Ultra. You get everything you see on the screen there. The Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, the Lawnmower 5.0, Manscaped's 2 liquid formulations, a couple of free gifts as well in the Shed travel bag and the boxer briefs. All that can be yours for 20% off and free shipping, even if the items are already on sale at manscaped.com. Simply scan the QR code on the screen or use our code Anfield20 at checkout for that incredible offer of 20% off and free shipping. Right, let's get into it. Mr. Allison Becker, on the face of it, it should be straightforward, right? Kept a clean sheet. But let's be honest, he did have a few bits of work to do, and he did them incredibly well. Whether it's playing sweeper keeper and coming out from the edge of the penalty area, or whether he was making the saves at the vital times, Allison Becker once again showed why he is the best goalkeeper in the world. Ali today gets a score of 8 out of 10. It feels like it's a little bit on the low side, but I still have to feel that he kept a clean sheet. You might say 9. I'm not going to argue against you. Let me know your thoughts below. Trent Alexander-Arnold, another really good performance from Trent, and a far more happy Trent when he was substituted this time. He did well today, I have to say. Both of our fullbacks did, but the real credit today for me came from the midfield and the attackers. Trent, we're going to give a score of 8 out of 10 as well. Let me know below if you think that that's fair or a little bit too high, or a little bit too low. But most importantly, as you can see as he is there on the screen, Trent left that pitch today smiling. High fives for Conor Bradley, hug for Arne Slot, and most importantly, 3 points in the bank. Next up, our captain, Virgil van Dijk. Himself and Ibu were imperious today. Didn't give United a sniff. Got himself a booking, which, let's be honest, probably was a booking. So Virgil van Dijk continues his great start to the season with Ibu alongside him, having conceded a goal in 3 games, giving Virgil a score of 9 out of 10 today. His centre-back partner, Ibrahima Konate, has made that position his own now since that half-time change away against Ipswich on the opening day. He has been a colossus, immense alongside Virgil. His duels, again, he was winning them whether they're aerially or on the ground. Wasn't giving away any silly free kicks. Gonna give Ibu today a score of 8 out of 10. Andy Robertson across on the other side. Again, good to see Arne Slot take him off, give him some rest, bring on Kostas Tsimikas. I think it was about the 82, 83 minute mark. Robbo has a lot to prove this season after a disappointing campaign with injuries last year, but I feel like he is on his way back to his best. Robbo today gets a score also of 8 out of 10. Now we move into the fun part of the field, and let's just start off by saying all hail Ryan Gravenberch. He was sublime, outstanding. Whatever analogy, whatever word, whatever praise you want to give this young man, he deserves it today. Arne Slot put his faith in Ryan Gravenberch, and he has fulfilled the role magnificently well. He oozes class, and he ripped apart that United midfield today. For me and you guys in our man of the match poll, he was the man of the match. I can't speak highly enough of Ryan today. Incredible. And obviously gets a score of 10 out of 10. How could I not? Next up, Alexis Mac Allister. Was worried for him when he got that one in the Family Crown Jewels earlier on in the game. But as always, he got back up, kept fighting and put in an incredible performance. That midfield trio of him, Ryan Gravenberch and Dominik Szoboszlai are quite simply sublime. They carry themselves with class. They're really, really good. I'm sorry I don't have better words, but I'm absolutely blown away by how good we were today. And him, Ryan, and of course Dominik were fantastic. Alexis today gets a score of 9 out of 10. Again, how could I not? Next up, look at him, the handsome man that he is, Dominik Szoboszlai. He does lose a point because he knows he should have scored today. He should have took the opportunity when it presented it to himself. I don't know why he dwelled on it. He should have just put the laces through it. That being said, though, absolutely embarrassed that Manchester United team again. So he does drop a point, remember. That's why I've given him 9 and not a 10. Because if he had scored that one, we could have been talking a 10 out of 10 there. Here he is, the great man, Mohamed Salah. Did say in his post-match interview it's his last season, but he meant in the context of where his contract is at. I'm sure he'd love an extension. I'm sure we'd all love him to get an extension. Scored today, as he always does at Old Trafford. Bagged himself 2 assists as well. And most importantly, whether it be attacking or defending, he was imperious, he was phenomenal, and he is very much deserving of a score of 10 out of 10. And I'm sure you will all agree with me on that one. Phenomenal display from Mo, and we hope he keeps it up, and of course we hope to see him for more years to come. Next up is Lucho. Got to be honest with Lucho, the first 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes, he gave the ball away a couple of times, and I was wondering, is this going to be an off day for him? How wrong was I? He turned it around. His header was fantastic. Scored himself a second as well. And all around put in a world-class performance. Tore that United team to shreds. All they could do was reduce themselves to kicking and fouling us. So Lucho gets a score of 9 out of 10. Maybe you think he deserves the full 10. Again, I'm going to just go back to my really picky couple of times he gave the ball away. But look, we're talking 9s here. So a very, very good score for Lucho. Jamie Carragher gave him man of the match for Sky. He came second in our vote behind Gravenberch. But a great display from Lucho today. Diogo Jota. Probably the only player I felt could have had a slight bit more. And I'm talking a little bit. We're judging these boys by lofty standards now. Diogo, again, done himself no harm, but would have liked to have seen him a little bit more involved in the penalty area, maybe find himself a goal. But look, I am being hypercritical here because there's very little to moan about. These guys were great. Diogo was part of that, so he gets a score of 7 out of 10. Next up, Cody Gakpo. Many people, again, talking about the battle between Gakpo and Lucho for that starting place on the left-hand side. It is going to be one that I think will benefit us as fans because they're going to bring each other onto higher levels. He did very well when he came on, and again, we will see more of him, I'm sure, after the international break. Today, from his cameo off the bench, we're going to give Cody, I keep getting mixed up, had this Dutch thing in my head, and I'm talking about the wrong Dutch players. Cody Gakpo gets a score today of 8 out of 10. Darwin Nunez, who definitely isn't Ryan Gravenberch, by the way, just in case you were wondering. I thought it was decent enough from when he came on. Still would go with Diogo Jota moving forward as things stand. I've said this before, I'll say it again. The starting 11 players are going to be difficult to dislodge, but Darwin has to take his opportunities when he can. I'm sure he enjoyed that victory today at Old Trafford as well. So we're going to give Darwin a score of 7 out of 10 for his cameo from the bench. Connor Bradley, the man who got the double high fives from Trent today when he was coming on and got involved in the game straight away. What an option we have on that right hand side. Trent or Bradley, with of course a player out on loan as well who could come back in Calvin Ramsey and make it an even more difficult choice for Arne Slot. But right now we are more than well stocked on that right hand side. Connor Bradley is an able deputy to Trent Alexander-Arnold for his performance off the bench today, where again you've seen those driving runs down the right, giving him a score of 8 out of 10. Next is the Greek scouser, Kostas Tsimikas, who came on to give Andy Robertson a little bit of a breather. Really difficult to judge him off the 7 or so minutes that he was on. But, again, did no harm, came on, did his job, kept the clean sheet, added a little bit in attack as well. So we're going to give him a score of 7 out of 10. And last, but by no means least, the gaffer. The man who came in the shadow of Jurgen Klopp. The man who said he was going to be his own man. He wasn't going to be fist bumping. He was going to do things his way. And what a way it's been. 3 games in, 3 wins, a 3-0 away victory at Old Trafford in a game that he was up against one of his fellow countrymen who had been niggling away at him beforehand, and he showed them who the master is. 3-0 for Slot, 3 victories. What a start to his Liverpool career. I'm sure you'll join me in giving him an absolutely well-deserved 10 out of 10 for how he set the boys up. It was a phenomenal victory. Thank you, Arna. Thank you to the boys as well. Enjoy your Sunday, my friend. 3-0 at Old Trafford. I was going to say it doesn't come around all the time, but it's been good for us lately, right? 3-0, I will take that. We will also be back tonight at 8:45 with the late night agenda as we go through every glorious detail of this victory at Old Trafford. Thank you once again to our amazing sponsors, Manscaped. Don't forget, you too can get yourself 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com by either scanning the QR code on the screen or using the code Anfield20 at checkout. Your balls will thank you, I will thank you, and I've no doubt that your partner will thank you too. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to let us know your thoughts below. We do appreciate all of your support. 3-0 at Old Trafford. Let that sink in, my friends. 3-0.